And so that's 20, that was number 5. Let's look at number 6. So asking find another point of intersection question here. Again, we can use substitution or elimination, right? So number 6 is asking find, I'm going to use the term POI for point of intersection. So I have x plus 2y equals 3, and then 5x plus 4y equals 8. In this case, because it's set up like this, I would probably use elimination, just because the x's are already on one side, the y's are already on one side, and the numbers here on one side as well. So in order for me to eliminate this problem, I have to basically pick a variable and to eliminate. So in this case, you could pick x or y. In this case, I would probably pick, I'm going to write imaginary one here. I would just pick x here just for the sake of consistency. So how I would eliminate this is I would have to basically subtract both of these guys here. And I want to eliminate x, right? So if I want to eliminate x here, I'm going to have to multiply this entire first equation. Let me just label these first equation here. So this is the first equation. This here's the second equation. Actually, let me label this further back here. Here's number 1. Here's number 2. So I'm going to have to basically multiply some type of constant to this first equation for me to get 5 here. I want 1 to be equal to 5, so I'm going to multiply everything by 5 here. So I'm going to get these new values, right? I'm going to get here, this would be 5. 2 times 5 would be 10. And then 3 times 5 here would be 15, right? So I multiplied everything by 5. I didn't change, if you think about it, I didn't actually change the equation. I'm only multiplied by constant value, and I can do that. I can do that to this equation because this is still the same line as x plus 2y. X plus 2y equals 3, right? So in order for me, so once I multiply this by 5, I'm not changing the equation. I'm changing the equation by multiplying by a constant number, but it actually doesn't change the equation of the line. So if I do elimination here, I'm going to subtract both of these guys here. As you can see, 5x minus 5x would give me 0x, so these cancel out. So again, I have 2 equations, I have 2 variables. I need to eliminate 1 variable for me to solve, right? So now I have only 1 variable left. I have y, right? So I have 10 minus 4y is 6y here, and equals 15 minus 8 here would equal 7, I believe. And then y here would equal, I can divide both sides by 6 here, so 7 over 6 here is my y value. And what I can do with my y value is I can plug this y value into any of these equations. So I'm going to plug this y value into equation 2. So I'll say sub y equals 7 over 6 into equation 2. And then I will have negative 5x plus 4 times 7 over 6 equals 8, right? Because again, this y value here is 7 over 6, and this here is, I don't think I have a negative here. I think it's just 5. This tricked me because this is the elimination. So let me put that in brackets here. So this here is just 5x plus 4y equals 8. So I have 5x plus 4 times y equals 8, and I can solve this equation and just isolate for x here, right? So I have 5x plus 4 times 7 here is 28 over 6. Oops, sorry. 28 over 6 equals 8. And then it's 4 times 7, 28. Just checking. 5x equals 8 minus 28 over 6. Again, you can common factor here, and you can make both of them, you can use the lowest common denominator here, right? So I'm going to have to multiply here, this number by 6 here. So I would get 20 over 6, right? 5x equals 20 over 6. And then I can simply divide both sides by 5, right? So if x equals 20 over 6 divided by 5, which is simply, so I can write this as multiplying by 1 over 5 here, right? So 20 over 6 divided by 5 would be 2/3, right? So be here, this is 2/3. Okay, 20 over 6, again, I can reduce these two terms to, again, 10 over 3. And I'm simply just multiplying by 1 over 5 here. And this would equal 10 over 15, which equals 2/3. So x value here equals 2/3. My y value was 7 over 6. So therefore, my point of intersection would be, my x value was 2/3, and my y value was 7 over 6. So this here is my point of intersection for these two lines here. So again, one unique solution here. So it's 2/3 and 7/6 here is my answer. And as you can see, this solution here is correct. 2/3 over 7/6. 2/3 is the x value. 7/6 is the y value. This solution here is correct. And they use substitution instead. I used elimination. It doesn't really matter. In this case, I'll use elimination just because it was already both in standard form. So it's a lot easier to do elimination. So solution is correct. Good analysis. I used elimination instead of substitution to answer the problem because both equations were already in standard form. So the solution here is correct.